Café Networking, the podcast to connect and promote entrepreneurs and business experts. I'm Tom Reaoch, an American known as the King of Networking, connecting people and speaking from my studio in Campinas, São Paulo, Brazil. Today, we're going to talk to Vanessa Puerta, and she's joining us from her office in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Vanessa is head of operations at GFCC, the Global Federation of Competitiveness Councils, a network of leaders and organizations from around the world committed to competitiveness and higher living standards. Vanessa is responsible for events, membership management, and projects at the Global Federation, and is here to tell us about the upcoming series of conversations called Frame the Future. Vanessa, welcome to Café and Networking podcast. Tell us about the GFCC, the Global Federation, and Frame to the Future.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much. So the GFCC was founded in 2010, and it was a platform to convene leaders from industry, universities, and government agencies, as you said, from more than 30 countries. Our members and fellows collaborate, partner, share best practices, and benchmarking to enhance regional, national, and global prosperity. And this leads to the development and implementation of original, creative ideas, concepts, and tools for members to navigate today's complex landscape. In 2020, last year, with the pandemic, the GFCC hosted a series of conversations called Now Bridge Reboot to help societies to what we called decode the now and build a bridge to reboot for the future. And now that we are in 2021, the GFCC is celebrating its 10th anniversary.
10
it's
years now.
10 years now, yes.
Congratulations.
And instead of talking to, thank you. And instead of talking about the past, we are going to talk, as we have all this history of high-level discussions with global leaders, events, development of publications, books, and blogs. Now it's time to design and implement future strategies with our members, fellows, and the whole society on a timely decision-making and take action from multiple stakeholders. Mm-hmm. For that, we will have the Frame the Future conversations that will mobilize business, governments, and policies organizations with universities, researchers, creators, and doers and thinkers. Everyone who envisions a better future, a more resilient and inclusive future for all the communities around the globe.
And that's really a global initiative.
It is, yes. And the discussions will be around 5 defining features, which are innovation, partnership, resilience, inclusiveness, and sustainability.
Let's just repeat those because I think we were cut out. You said innovation, partnership, resilience, inclusiveness, and sustainability, right?
Yes, inclusiveness and sustainability. So these features will unpack 10 pressing issues in the global competitiveness agenda. Because every year, the GFCC members review our foundational principles, which are aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. And these principles will guide each session of the series, because we will have one launching session and 10 conversation series, 10 sessions for this conversation series. And the topics for these sessions are innovation, talent, intellectual property, infrastructure, public-private partnerships, regulation, local development, natural assets, global trade and partnerships, and competitiveness benchmarking.
Really questions for sustainability, right?
Yes, because we need now to understand that the humanity will have to think about this sustainability and this prosperity and growth as a whole, not only financial and economic, but in all aspects of societies.
Okay.
So
and at this and the coming event, who will speak at the event?
So on the first session, which will be the opening, the speakers will raise these issues and they will share perspectives about the global scenario. So we will have speakers from Brazil, Malaysia, and the United States. The speakers will be Gianna, Sagazio, Innovation Director of the Brazilian National Industry Confederation, CNI, Dr. Mohd Yusoff Sulaiman, who is President and CEO of the Malaysian Industry Government Group for High Technology, MITE, Our chairman, the GFCC chairman, Chad Holliday Jr., who is former chairman for Bank of America and Shell, the GFCC president and founder, Deborah Wince-Smith, and the conversation will be moderated by our GFCC executive director, Roberto Alvarez.
Very good. That's a really good global mix.
It is. And the following 10 sessions will count on global leaders from different regions, views, and realities across the globe, raising their issues, challenges, sharing best practices and learners. And this event series will head up to our annual event, which is the Global Innovation Summit on December 1 and 2, which we are planning to see the possibility of being a hybrid event.
Wow. So you're going to be celebrating 10 years during the whole year, right?
Yes.
All right. So when, where, and what time, and how can our listeners register?
So all the events are going to be online. The launching session will be on June 16 at 9 a.m. Eastern time, so New York time. All the following sessions will be every 2 weeks, always on Wednesdays, same time, 9 a.m. Eastern time, from June to November. The last one is benchmarking on November the 3rd. And for updates, follow the GFCC LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook pages. Registrations, as I said, are free of charge, and the website is framethefuture.thegfcc.org.
Very good. Well,
So
Vanessa, thank you, and thank you for participating. Congratulations and success on the events.
Thank you. I invite everyone to follow us, to join the conversations, stay tuned, and let's frame the future we envision together.
Great. And reminding our listeners, you can find more information about Vanessa Puerta, and her name is Vanessa Puerta on LinkedIn, and the Global Federation at their site, which is thegfcc.org, the Global Federation of Competitive Councils. There you also find information on the speakers, Gianna, Sagazio, Mohd, Yusoff, Sulaiman, Chad Holliday Jr., Deborah, Wince-Smith, and Roberto, Alvarez. Café and Networking is brought to us by Focus MI Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil, and more information about Focus MI on their site, which is focusmi.com. Thanks for the audience. Until the next time here at Café and Networking Podcast.